There's some greater hope right now for Alzheimer's patients in the earliest stages of the disease. The FDA has approved aducanumab for use. It's the first Alzheimer's treatment in almost 20 years. The drug reportedly works to remove a harmful protein in the brain believed to be one of the underlying causes of Alzheimer's and effectively slows the onset of the disease. The approval from the FDA came with some skepticism. The latest study showed the drug slowed cognitive decline by only 22%. To better understand who and how this will benefit, we have Dr. Stephen Wilkes with us. He's a geriatric psychiatrist at the Mercy Health Hospital in Batavia. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. First off, are there any caveats for those who may be possibly using this treatment, and what should families know about it?
Yes, thanks for having me. Unfortunately, what I would have to articulate to families and patients living with Alzheimer's disease is that this new treatment does need to be approached with some cautious skepticism. There were two studies that were evaluated by the FDA, and interestingly enough, both of these studies were stopped early in March of 2019 due to limited evidence that the agent separated efficaciously from placebo. That being said, it is a novel mechanism which appears to have played a significant role in the FDA's decision to greenlight it.
And from some of the reports, this is a costly drug. Is this going to be prohibitive for some patients? What's sort of the thought here?
I do fear that cost could be a significant burden for a number of patients and their families, as well as the route by which this medication is administered. Some estimates put the yearly cost of the medication at around $56,000, and it's not clear how Medicare, which the majority of patients with Alzheimer's disease carry, will approve the coverage of this agent. Additionally, the medication does require an hour-long infusion once a week, and that's going to be something that will have to happen at an infusion center. This is not a treatment that patients can take at home.
And for Dr. Wilkes, for somebody who works with these patients all the time, and the fact that there hasn't been another treatment or a drug that's been approved in, I believe, 17 years, is there some hope here on the horizon for not only you, but for families who are dealing with this?
Certainly, I believe that there remains hope. Whether or not this particular agent proves to be the breakthrough that we hope agents that are newly approved by the FDA to be, research is being done all the time, and what I would encourage families to continue to explore is engaging in research. Sometimes people can be afraid to be involved in a research study, but this medication was approved through research studies, and the participants who were brave enough to participate in those studies, doing so can allow an individual to receive an experimental treatment that could be effective, and also it goes a long way towards the future breakthroughs that we all hope will be coming down the way.
Absolutely. Dr. Stephen Wilkes is a geriatric behavioral health specialist with Mercy Health in Claremont County. We've been talking about the FDA's approval of this new drug for Alzheimer's. Doctor, thanks so much for taking the time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.